In lecture 6, mainly we will discuss the XOR and XNOR gate and exclusive OR gate and exclusive NOR gate, and the operation and truth table and timing diagram and some examples of XOR gate and XNOR gate and most commonly used ICs to perform this function. And when you discuss the logic gates, the basic gates are normally we call it as AND, OR, and NOR. Okay, and universal gates are known as NAND, NOR. And these two gates, exclusive OR gate and exclusive NOR gates, are some practical importance. So when you study the logic function, actually we can implement this XOR gate and exclusive NOR gate by using basic gates or universal gate. But due to the practical importance of this XOR gate or XNOR gate, we will put some separate symbol for this particular gate and some logical function, logical representation for this exclusive OR and exclusive NOR gate. Okay, so we will discuss that also in this particular lecture. And first we will take exclusive OR gate. So exclusive NOR gate we will discuss later. Okay, and exclusive OR gate, or we'll call it as XOR gate. Okay, and the XOR gate produces a high output when there are odd number of inputs are high. Okay, and this is the basic definition of XOR gate. We can say when there is an odd number of inputs are high, the output is high. And this gate is also known as anti-coincidence gate. And XOR gate is also known as anti-coincidence. Another name is known as the inequality detector. Okay, another name is known as a modulo sum. And the practical importance of this XOR gate or exclusive OR gate is that when you implement microprocessor, the ALU unit, okay, the arithmetic and logic unit contains some adder circuit. And in order to implement this adder circuit in computer, mainly we are using this XOR gate. And this is a logical symbol of XOR gate, and it's similar to OR gate, but we'll put an extra symbol here to indicate this XOR operation. Okay, and this is all about XOR gate. And now we can think about the XOR gate truth table. And here you can see that there is odd number of inputs are high, the output is high. Okay, if you consider this AB input, here it is 0, 0. So number of ones at the input side is we can say that's even number of ones, or it's 0. So that's why the output is 0. Here if you see that number of ones is 1, so it's an odd number, so output is high. Here odd number of ones, so output is high. Here you can see the number of ones is 2. 2 means an even number, so output is 0. And if you take more than this, for example, if you take a 3 input XOR gate, okay, for example, the input is 1, 1, 1. Okay, what will be the output? You can just remember the definition: odd number of inputs are high. So here you can see the 1, 2, 3. So 3 ones. So actually a odd number, so output is 1. And if it is like this 0, 1, 1. So here you can see that the input is 2 ones. So 2 is an even number. So the output will be 0. Okay. Or in other words, you can say that if it is a 2 input, very easy to find out. I already mentioned that inequality detector. Okay. In the previous case, you can see that is inequality detector. So if both inputs are 0, output is 0. So it's actually equal. So it's actually detect XOR gate detect inequality. So here it is that one input is 0, other input is 1. So the output is 1, because this XOR gate is an inequality detector. Here you can see the one input is 1, another one is 0. So output is 1, because it detects inequality in the input side. Here you can see both inputs are same, so output is 0. Here both inputs are same, output is 0. So in this way also you can define this XOR gate. But this definition, it's very difficult if you consider more number of inputs. For example, if you are considering 5 inputs or 4 inputs, and the input is like this 0, 1, 0, what will be the output? Here you can say that 4 inputs, and out of this 4 inputs, 2 inputs are high. So 2 inputs are 1. So that is an even number. So output is 0, because odd number of inputs at the inputs, output is high. And if it is like this, all values are 1 and 4 inputs, you are getting 4 ones. So 4 is an even number, so output is 0. If it is like this 0, 1, 1, 1 means 3 ones. So 3 means an odd number. So odd number of ones means output is high. Now we'll discuss the timing diagram of XOR gate. Here you can see that input is 0, 0. It's actually inequality detector. So output will be 0. If both inputs are same, output is 0. Here is 0 and 1, so output is 1. Here it is same input, output is 0. Here it is 1. Here it is again 0. Okay. So this is the XOR gate operation. And the Boolean algebra or the logical function which define XOR gate. So we are using a standard symbol to represent the XOR operation. If this is a gate, AB input, the XOR operation, we will write a plus sign and we will put a circle here. So this is XOR symbol. Okay. And if it's simply OR operation, we will put a plus sign, and to represent XOR operation, we will put a circle above that. And this XOR operation, we can also define like this: A bar B plus A B bar. So this A XOR B, we can also define like this. So this is also very important, and we can prove this later, or you can try this as a homework. Just write the A B values, okay, A B, and then find A bar, then find B bar, then write A bar into B, another table A B bar, then finally find A bar B plus A B bar, okay, and verify the two table with A XOR B. So you can see that both are same. So in this way you can prove, and later we will discuss how we can prove all these things. So this is very important. This is a key point you need to remember. Is very important. This definition: A bar B plus A B bar, which is equivalent to A XOR B. Okay, when you discuss further, this relationship is very important. So make it as very important and study this result. And this is one of the application we can see that there's a certain system contain two identical circuits operating in parallel. As long as both are operating properly, the outputs of both circuits are always the same. And if any one of the circuit fails, the output will be at opposite level at the some time. So when the device or device fails, we need to indicate. Okay, we need to indicate that failure. So we need to indicate failure. So assume that the device A is working properly, so it produces high. Maybe B working as faulty, so output will be low. Okay, one device is working properly, other devices are not working. So you'll get one high and low. So output will be high, means the entire system indicating a failure condition. If both low means output is low. Okay, it's okay. Or if both high, again the output is low, so that indicates device is working proper. Okay, if any one of the system gives an opposite result, that indicating the system working in a failure stage, or one of the system is in fail. Okay, so to check such condition, we can use XOR gate. And another one of the application of XOR gate is a staircase switch. So whenever we're discussing staircase switch is equal to XOR gate. See, here you can see a switch, and this is a staircase light. And here you can see that the switch position is at 0 state, and the top also the switch position is 0 state. So light will be in the off condition. Okay, this is another stage. Both switches are in high state. Light condition is in off. And now we'll discuss one condition. When you are moving upwards, we will change the position now. Assume that initially the state of the switch is like this. Okay, This is the first stage. And when you move up direction, we'll make switch position from low to high. Okay, then the light will be in on condition. And when you reach at this particular stage, okay, you need to switch off. So for that you can use this particular switch. Now you will change this position 0 to 1. Okay, so that will be the stage 2. Okay, at that time the bulb will be in the off condition. Okay, when you put this into one state, it goes to this particular state. Okay, and when you move in the downward direction, okay, when you are moving from in this direction, first you will make this switch in the on state. Okay, so light will be in the on condition, and when it reaches in the lower level, okay, initially it is in the 0 state, or you can change this to another state. Okay, maybe if it is in high state, you can put it into low, so light will be in the off. Okay, in this way also. Anyway, if both switches are at the same stages, output will be 0. Okay, if any one of the switch position is in the opposite direction, the output will be high. So that condition is very useful in a staircase. And this is a practical IC which is used for performing this XOR operation, that is 7486. Okay, this is a 2 input and it contains 4 XOR gate in a single IC. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. VCC and ground 7 and 4. And here you can 1, 2 output, 3, 1, 2 input, 3 output. Similarly, the other gates also. Now we'll discuss exclusive NOR gate or XNOR gate. Okay, you can also call it XNOR gate. It's opposite to XOR gate. Means in the previous case we defined as odd number of inputs are high. Now it is an even number of high. If even number of inputs are high, the output is high. And previously we discussed XOR is anti-coincident. Now it is coincident. And previously it is inequality detector. Now it is equality detector. Okay, and this is a symbol, and we will put a bubble at the end to indicate it's an XNOR gate. Okay, it is opposite of XOR operation, exclusive NOR operation. And this is the truth table. We already mentioned that at the input side, if it is even number of ones, or it detects equality. Okay, it's an equality detector. If both inputs are same, output is high. Okay, if both inputs are same, output is high. If it is 2 input, very easy. Here you can see that inputs are different, so output is 0. Here also inputs are different, output is 0. But if you take another example, for example, 4 inputs. The 4 inputs, the inputs are like this: 0, 1, 0, 1. So number of ones is equal to 2. This is an even number. So okay, this is an OR gate. Output will be 1. Okay. And if it is like the 0, 0, 0, 1, means odd number of ones at the input. So 1. 1 means an odd number. So here the output will be 0 because it's an XNOR gate. But if it is an XOR gate, the output will be 1. Okay, that's the difference. And this is a timing diagram of XNOR, not XNOR gate. Okay, this actually we need to verify. We need to change. This is if it is an XNOR gate. If both inputs are 1, output will be 1. Okay, it will be like this. Okay, and here it is 0, 1. 0, 1 means the output will be 0. Okay, it will be like this. And here it is 0, 0. So both inputs are same. So output will be high. So it will be like this. And here the inputs are different. One is 1, another one is 0. So it's opposite. So again I need to put 0. Here both inputs are same. So again the output will be high. Okay, here also if both inputs are 0, 0, output will be high. Okay, the first case also. Okay, so initially it's similar to XOR gate, but we need to change it to XNOR. So this is actual one. And this is a Boolean algebra which relate to XNOR operation, the symbol used. Here we'll write a dot, and above that we'll put a circle. Okay, this is XNOR operation. XOR operation means A plus and above that plus we will put a circle. So this XOR operation and this is XNOR operation. And just like in the previous case, you can write y is equal to AB plus A bar B bar, okay, which is equivalent to XNOR operation, okay. Or you can write one more, A bar B plus A B bar the whole bar, okay. In this way also you can represent XNOR, because XOR operation then NOR, okay, that is written here. XOR and the entire thing bar means as a XOR not, that is XNOR. So XNOR we can represent in two way. So we need to remember this also. This is very important. Okay, this is very important point. This is a key point you need to note down. You need to remember this this relation also. Okay, now we'll discuss the practical IC we used to for XNOR operation. That is 74266. And one more thing, in the previous case, it's only 2 digit to represent the gate. Now it is 3 digit 266. Okay, 7426 is a practical XNOR gate. So it contains 2 input and 4 gates are available. So okay, it's about XNOR gate, XOR and XNOR gate.